Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm recreating this look right here. So I've been seeing this trend of this latte brown tones, earth tones all over TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, you guys name it. So yeah, so I hope that you guys love this look and just keep watching. Hey guys, so today starting with my Youth to the People moisturizer. I love this moisturizer lately, like a lot. I want you guys to see it. I like it because it feels like really good on my skin, and my skin is more of combination. I'm oily in my T-zone and then dry everywhere else, so it helps me because it moisturizes my skin. So this moisturizer has kale, spinach, hyaluronic acid, and it's for all skin types. I've been loving it. I've been using it now for a month, and it works wonders for my skin. So the next products I'm going to be using is my LA Girl Brow Bestie in the color medium brown, and my Ride or Die pencil from Benefit and Precisely My Brow, and I use the color 4.5. So I use these two just because I like how defined this pencil is, so I use it mostly in the front, and then I like how thicker the pencil is on this one, which kind of makes me basically follow the shape of my brow to create how I want my brows to be or to look. So lately I use two pencils. I like more of a defined pencil as well as a detail pencil, just because I don't have a lot of hair in the back or a lot in the front, so I like to define my brows. I like my brows to be extra thicker just because that's just the way that I like it and that's my style. So that's why I use two pencils. So on today's video I'm doing a latte inspired look. I've been seeing it all over social media. So I'm using this Maquillage Color Boss Squat. It's a small palette like this. So let's get to it. So the first color I'm going to be using, it's going to be this, like, I'm sorry if you guys hear anything in the background, it's between my fan and the people driving in my street. That's why you guys could hear cars passing by. But I'm going to start with this color right here. Another thing that I love to use, personally, I always start with just like a base, a neutral color. It could be white, it could be a nude, it could be just any vanilla color, just because it kind of gives me like a base before I start doing smoky eyes or shimmers or anything in my lids. So the next color I'm going to be using, it's going to be this brown right here. The next color that I'm using, it's called No Bull. I should have even finishing that the name, but you guys get the concept of it. And when it comes to neutrals, I literally, like, that's all I use for my eyes, so that's why I always start with something more on the brown side or more orangey tone, just because I love to have like just like a base color to start with. So next I'm going to be using this, like, I guess it's like a little bit of a shimmer. Looks like this. Ooh, that's actually a shimmer. A shimmer, right? It's called Carry On. It's kind of like champagne beige shimmer. So I am placing that shimmer in my lid. So what I like to do, I usually use my fingers to warm the product, or a flat brush, just because it prevents from me having too much fallout. So that's why I always use a flat brush to apply my shimmer or my glitters. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back with this color right here. Just wanna blend it a little bit more. I'm honestly obsessed with colors like this. Anything that's like orange, earth tones, neutral tones, I love for me. And then the next color I'm going to be using, which is the last one, which is this like chocolatey brown. It's like a dark chocolatey brown, and it's called Back Off. Back Off. We are going to use it in the outer corner. The other thing that I love to use, especially when it comes to doing smoky eye, I usually use two brushes when it comes to giving more detail to my eye. I feel like it works better and it creates more of a smoky eye instead of a mess. So now I'm using this Kaja, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Kaja Wing Stamp liner. When it comes to liner, I usually start with the inner corner of my eye and work my way out. I feel like it's easier, it doesn't become too messy, or I don't make it too thick or too thin. I kind of like it in between, not too dramatic, but not dramatic, as that makes sense. So next I am going to be using this Pixie Petra Flawless Beauty Primer. Again, I use primers that are a little bit more hydrating on my skin. I have combination skin, but I do tend to want to be a little bit more dewy. So yeah. Lately, I've been using my Supergoop sunscreen as primer, just because I like how it makes my makeup look and it's not too matte, so it kind of gives a glow to my skin instead of using like the extra product for the primer, if that makes sense. And now I'm going to be using this Smashbox Always On Skin Balancing Foundation. It has hyaluronic acid in it, so it's supposed to be really good for your skin. And I like it. I've used it a couple of times now. And I tried a few samples, but we actually got this full bottle from a brand event that I went to in the city with one of my girlfriends. I just want you guys to see. I feel like it has really good coverage and it doesn't look cakey on. I feel like it's more of like not too matte, but more like a dewy finish, and it looks airbrush, if that explains it. Honestly, this foundation from Smashbox, I've been loving it. I feel like it's not too cakey. It does give like a feel of like an airbrush look when it comes to foundation. It's not super matte, but it's not like super dewy. It's kind of in between. Yeah, and it has a medium coverage. Who doesn't love that? And it also has hyaluronic acid in it, which is great for your skin. So I'm going to be using this Maybelline Eraser Multi Concealer in the number 160. So this is more like a pink concealer. I like it because this is kind of like a trend now that they do like pink and then they do like a regular concealer. It just makes everything brighter. So I'm gonna put it here. I look crazy, but that's just part of the process. So I know I look crazy, but I've been loving using more of a pink undertone before actually doing my concealer. I feel like it brightens my eyes even more now, which I like. So then now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to contour certain parts of my face. I don't contour like everything anymore because I used to go ham. So I'm using this MAC Copper Beach Pro Sculpting Cream Contour. So I'm gonna do it here and here, and then a little bit here, and my cheeks, and then a little bit in my nose. And I'm just gonna bring that a little bit where my shadow is already. And then I'm gonna blend it with my sponge. And now I'm going to use my Jaclyn Hill concealer and the Perfecting Concealer in Light Peach. So this is mostly for me to highlight, make everything a little bit more brighter. And then now using a concealer just to kind of even everything out, doing a little highlight here and there just to like brighten the makeup. And I just feel like when I do the pink underneath and then go on my regular concealer, it just makes my under eyes look brighter. Just because how I see my makeup sometimes, and I feel like I look tired if I don't really do a lot of concealer. So that's why I've been loving the pink undertone before concealer. Now I'm going to be using my Studio Fix powder from MAC and NC35. So I don't really use like the sponge that comes with it to apply it. I use more of like a buffing brush, and I really don't use it like here or here. I mostly use it in my forehead and in this area just because that's where I'm gonna be placing bronzer, my blush, highlight. So the reason why I do like to use powder just like in certain areas, just because I tend to be oily or I want the makeup to last longer, so that's why I place it in certain areas, not all around. Now I'm going to be using my Hoola Bronzer. I'm obsessed with this bronzer. I feel like this bronzer works for every day when you go out. It's not the orange. I feel like it's a perfect cool bronzer, and it just looks beautiful, natural. It's not too much, and it's like the perfect bronzer for every day. Next we are going to be using this blush by Benefit. This is called Shellie. I like it because it's not really orangey when you apply it on. It's more like a rosy, so it's kind of like deceiving when you look at it from the packaging, and then the actual finish look when you apply it, it's beautiful. I literally used to hate blush because I would feel like I look like a clown, and ever since this blush came into my life, I love blush. And it has more like a sheen to it, which is nice too. And a little bit in my nose. super pretty. So next I'm going to be using this Pixie Endless Silky eye pen. It's a crayon in Black Noir. Lately too, I've been loving like the whole like smoky cat eye like reverse effect, and in general just black liner, just embracing that because it's time for fall and I feel like everything's darker, more vampy, so yeah, why not wear a pencil just to like smoke things out. So next what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be smudging the light brown from this with the liner just to smoke things out a little bit and to create a little more drama to the eye. And now I'm gonna use this Smashbox Super Fan Out Mascara. I'm mostly placing it on my bottom lashes, but I usually start with my top lash even though we're in falsies. I'm going to use my Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. So next I'm using this lip combo. I actually did it the other day when I went to an event and a lot of you really loved it. So I start with my Tatiana Angel collection and the Ultimate Lip Liner Prima, which is more of like a dark chocolate, which I love. Which looks like this. And then after I use my Kylie liquid lipstick and Expose. And then I'm using this gloss from KK Beauty. So she doesn't make this anymore, which is a sad part because I actually love this gloss. And it's called Soulmate. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave any comments of what you guys want to see next. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!